Can everyone please rise for Harsh's tribute video?
This was not a fluke. I did not get here by accident. It was all a series of domino effects, and I calculated this to happen. Let me go back to high school. High school was so disappointing. Things didn't pan out the way that I wanted to. Even my graduation, I felt like it was a participation award. I didn't feel like I really earned it. So when I came into college, I was on attack mode. I was motivated, I was hungry, and I really had a point to prove. But during the path of all that, I met some people who I thought would be my friends for life, and you feel me? I made a mistake. I took my foot off the gas. I started getting complacent. I started getting very comfortable with them. And you know what I mean? Like, they were way different from what I had envisioned in my head. But soon enough, I started to, realize their true colors and who they actually were. And I started doing, the things that I sacrificed again. I started hooping again. I started working out again. And yeah, during this time, there's another friend group that I knew. They had a finals match. So, I went with them. And yeah, they were playing at Jersey Mike's. And that's my first time where I set my eyes on Jersey Mike's. And I was like, I wasn't too serious about it, but I was like, oh, damn, like, it would really be cool to, play here. I was like, bro, I'm going to be here next year type shit. But I don't know. It wasn't really like a serious thing to me. But yeah, fast forward, a few months ago, I had a club basically, and shit got toxic, bro. Feel me? I was getting mistreated. People were disrespecting me openly. And yeah, I had to leave that shit. But one thing I want to point out about that club is, one of the fights we had, basically they were trying to have like this major event type shit, and that event cost thousands of, it was worth thousands, like at least 1,000. But we only had like 400 in the bank. So basically, if we tried to run that event, we would have went broke. And we had to sell out like a venue basically. So yeah, I had to veto it last second to save the club. And, fast forward a year, they just had their major event recently. And surprise, surprise, they couldn't do the venue that they promised they would, and this time they had more money as well. And you feel me? Call me what you want, bro, but me being me, bro, I had to send a message, and yeah, bro. I saw the opportunity at Jersey Mike's, and I was like, yeah, bro. I'm gonna do what I did. I'm gonna do this shit for free, bro. Something y'all couldn't do with mad money. So, yeah, bro. Obviously, I didn't make it here just for them type shit, but it was a huge, external, motivational boost. Feel me? I did something that none of them could do, bro. And you feel me? People could keep, talking on my name and stuff, but hey, bro, the results speak for itself, bro. You know what I mean? I don't need them, bro. They need me. So yeah, bro. Hey, we here now. And we ready. We better go to work.
At guard, in his 7th season from Slovenia, number 77,
In his 3rd season from the T, Harsh B. Ball.